Hey, you all, back again. Remember, I told you I was going to come back and tell you about my flowers, the flowers that I got from Trader Joe's. So, and show you how they bloomed and how beautiful they are after about 4 or 5 days. So, it's been about 4 days. I think it was Saturday when I showed them. So, it's been a few days. So, anyway, I wanted to come back and show you how beautiful they are now. And it's not really even. It's not even a week, but within a week, oh my goodness, they're gonna be nice. So let me grab them. So the first one I wanted to show you was this bundle. See how beautiful? Now I did add a few more flowers to it, but you can see how pretty they're blooming out. I'm gonna keep this video really short, but these are my Trader Joe flowers. Those. Then I have the red ones. I'm going to show you the red ones. Look. See how pretty they are? How they bloomed out. So nice. Yeah, Trader Joe's flowers are really fresh. Really, really pretty. They don't look, like I said, they don't look so great when you first get them. But once you put them in the water and you get them, get them wherever you want them. Oh my, after a few days, they're beautiful. Back. And then I have the purple. Now, look. Okay. Beautiful, right? These were the ones that were slumped. They're not slumped anymore. See. These are my Trader Joe flowers. Go to Trader Joe's. Get your flowers from Trader Joe's. They're fresh. And Trader Joe's, I think they said something about they don't have a middleman. So by them not having the middleman, the prices are pretty decent. So this is my little area. I buy flowers like every 2 weeks. These usually last me for about 2 weeks. I just like to keep something alive over here in this area. This is my little area for Khadijah until I get some closure, till I can, feel like, okay, I can put all this stuff away. I can, do something with all of this. Just put it away when I get some closure. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about very briefly is this banner over here, this poster, this issue, this right here, donating, this donate life. So, I got to say this right. So it's not like this donate life thing is like when it comes to you, to your family, when all of a sudden you're faced with this, it's for us. You're not sitting around saying, oh, this is great. Oh, we have a family member. Let's donate. No, it's not. No. When you're in the situation like we were, it happened, and you don't really know what's going on. And I didn't know what was going on. I just thought there was still hope for Khadijah. When she was laying there, I thought there was still hope because everything was still working. Her heart was still beating. The machines were still running. It's just that she wasn't breathing on her own to the point where, they say she was brain dead. And when I wrote some things down, but when they say that you're brain dead, what they do is they do a few tests. They do like scratch the back of your throat, or they shine a light in your eyes to see if you have any reaction to the light, or they do an ear check to see if your eyes will move or if you get any reaction. So, or they'll cause some pain to you, like pinch you or do something to see if you jolt, if you move. And once they see that, once they don't see any of that, then they pretty much determine that, your head injuries were to the point that they were so bad that, they want to. So anyway, so the other thing is, at the hospital, they don't say anything, but what they're doing, basically, they're keeping your organs moist. And I got that word from a nurse. She said, we're keeping her moist. And I was like, what moist? What is that? What are you talking about? You keeping her moist? I thought they were trying to keep her living, keep her alive, but they were keeping her moist. So this woman approached us about organ donation. And the first thing I said, I was like, no, we're not doing anything. We're not even going to talk about that right now. But she was so persistent to the point that I had her come to the hotel. We were in a meeting room at the hotel. It was about 30 of us sitting in this big room. And I had her come and stand out in front of all of us and tell us what she was asking us for at this moment while we were grieving. What are you saying right now? What is it that you want from us while we're grieving? So she explained to us, what the process was and why we should do it, blah, 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 blah. But I want to tell you guys that, organ donation is on your driver's license. So if you check yes to organ donation on your driver's license, and let's say you pass away and your family is like just torn apart, which we are. We are torn apart, majority of us. The family can override that. Just so you know that even though you check that on that box, your family can override that. But, oh, shucks, I don't have my glasses. I wanted to go over a list of things that some of the things that that the donations could be. They could start with, if you sign up as an organ donor, they could start with your heart, your kidneys, your liver, your lungs, pancreas, intestines, skin, bones, tissue, veins, cornea, ligaments, blood vessels, and like your ribs too. But there's a lot of things. The list is really a lot longer than this. But let's say your family says, no, we're not doing anything. We're heartbroken. We're torn up. We're torn apart. But then the person that works for the Donate Life people, they say, okay, well, do you just want to, can you maybe just give the cornea, his eyes, or maybe just his heart, so sometimes you might decide on one thing because you get to the point where you're like, well, we've lost a life, so let's try to save a life. So you might give one or two things, but you can, it's not something you're sitting there waiting to do. And that's just all I wanted to say. So this banner, my daughter had it made up. And in my area here, my daughter, my oldest daughter, Jamila, she says, "Mom, you're sitting at home. You're like in a mortuary. What are you doing?" But this is how everybody grieves differently. So for me, until I get some closure, which is mainly to make sure that Julian is safe, then until I get some closure, then this is how I'm going to grieve. But I'm also going to talk about it. So this stuff is my personal business. It's my stuff. I can let it sit in a box and collect dust, or I can talk about it. So I'm talking about it, and I'm talking about how we came to this poster, how we came to the donating. It wasn't like we were jumping in with both feet once again to donate, but we did it. And I don't have any regrets. And I just want to once again tell you guys, Trader Joe flowers, they keep me calm. They bring me from a 10 to a 2. So go to Trader Joe's and check out their little selection of flowers. They have a pretty big selection. And you guys have a good night.